today I am in Moda Kadiköy, one of the most cat-friendly neighborhoods of Istanbul, and today I'm going to have a look how this neighborhood is looking after their feline friends of the street. So the first thing that I want to do is actually get some cat food today in the supermarket, but of course it is morning, so I'm hungry too, so I'm going to get myself something to eat as well. So I can't say that I'm an expert on which cat food to buy, because there are different options for juniors, so they're for kittens to normal cats plus one, so I just have to make a decision on what I'm actually going to get. So my method now is basically just to get a bit of everything. So I've got canned food, I've got the sachets, I've got hard food, I've got everything, which I think there will at least be something for every cat to like. I've gotten all of the groceries for the cats. Today I'm going to actually be meeting up with somebody from the neighborhood who looks after the animals as well. So we're going to learn more about how this neighborhood looks after them, and yeah, get to meet some cats.
She just want to sleep, really.
She
doesn't want to be disturbed. She's like, no, I want to be alone. Let me sleep. Let me sleep.
So I've met up with Virtue. She is the she lives here in the neighborhood, and she is showing us around. And yeah, the first stop that we've made is along this, you know, along the Bosphorus here. She was telling me that one of the volunteers comes every morning here and feeds all the cats along the coastline and waters them. Yeah, so you can also see, like, we have the water bowls over here, so they all get special treatment here in the morning from her. They get their food, their water. Ah, okay, so Virtue's actually telling me they get their food and water 4 times a day. So not only do they have a seaside view, they also have room service. What Virtue is telling me is basically the cats that live along the coast in these rocks, they're pretty hardcore. They're like mountain villages, you know, they stay here in the winter, they live in between the rocks. They don't really like the sassy city cats, you know, they prefer to just do their thing on the rocks. The mojito drinking cats are in the city, but so they are a lot rougher and a lot wilder. They're also a bit more skittish towards people, but they live in between the rocks, so we're not seeing too many. We found one of them, but if you were to have food, they would probably come out. But so they definitely have a different temperament, and also this cat that we're seeing now has a little nick in its ear, so that's how they can also tell how a cat is sterilized, which is really good, so you know which cats still need to be sterilized.
Come out, come out.
Oh, baby, so happy. June, another girl who's walking with us, she made friends with the wild mountain cat, man. It's enjoying a delicious jelly meal. Oh my word, there's a 4th one. We are leaving the area by the Bosphorus to go up to meet the street cats. Now I'm really curious to see if their personalities are a little bit different from down below. But yeah, we said goodbye to the wild ones. Now we're going to go up and meet some more. Also, Virtue was telling me is that, you know, this is all done by local volunteers. So people volunteer their time, their money and their efforts. Oh man, I'm out of breath. To look after the cats and feed them and all of that. So I think that's really, really cool how people come together collectively to look after the neighborhood kitty cats. Very talkative.
You're the most talkative one, and Ruth is really small. So she had a little bit skin disease before. Now it's, you see, it's here. You can see the scars.
Scarring.
It was horrible. No fur. Now she's doing great.
Looking beautiful.
Yeah. Her market. She can be inside.
She can go to the carrefour. So what Virtue is saying is this is a very special cat. She's old, and you can't feed her because she had kidney problems, so she's on special food at the moment. So if you give her normal food, of course, this will not be good for the kitty cat. Okay, what I really love hearing from Virtue is that, you know, in the different areas that we're coming, different people are looking after specific cats. And if a cat is missing or if anything has happened, you know, they call each other to check in and see where a cat is, if anybody's seen it. And I think that's really cool. There are 2 cats in the shop as well. Ah.
It's a real estate shop, by the way. I'm very real estate cats.
Yeah, you can see this is a boss cat. You comfortable?
And this one, she's also another angel kind of. She's feeding.
Okay, so the cats in the shop are also street cats, but what they were saying is, look behind me, you have the fan, and of course the kitties are gonna chill here. Are gonna chill in the fan. So here we have another 3 cats along this fence and by the car. I was talking to Virtue and I was asking her, you know, like if a cat needs medical attention, what happens? She said, you know, in the case that a cat really needs urgent medical attention, they will bring the animals to the vet. So they will actually get the treatment. But of course, the neighborhood has to pay for this themselves as well. So yeah, that the vet can get paid, but also the cats can get the medical attention that they need.
So Rachel's bag is
filled.
I mean seriously packed with all kind of beautiful stuff. She's very well prepared, I must say. Very. So
now you can have some of this.
Yeah, and she's a pro. She's a pro.
Oh, I'm not sure. Here you go, baby. Yeah. Oh, and another one. Here you go. Have some space. You can definitely see in these neighborhoods that the cats are not going hungry. The ones here in the city, they are allowed to chill on the patios of the restaurants and the bars, but even like walking past the different parks and everything. Oh, here's a good example. Here you can already see that other people have been feeding them, so they're definitely not hungry. They're getting well looked after.
That kedi is cat. That cat Şerafettin. Şerafettin is the name of the cat. Actually.
Oh, so
as you can see the facial expression of the cat, he's such a badass.
Yeah.
Badass cat.
Okay, well, as we were walking, we found this one cat. We found this tiny little kitten, and this couple actually adopted it because it's only 3 weeks old. So, yeah, how did you guys find the cat?
Well, we found him on the street, and we learned from our neighbors that his mother abandoned him, and he was alone for 2-3 days. They started feeding him with cow's milk, but it's not good for him, so we couldn't leave him alone, and we took him with us.
So now you're feeding
he's
this
part of the family.
Yeah, so what you're saying is that they're feeding him with a special formula, you know, that is better for cats, but it's still like teeny tiny, like just 3 weeks old. But you can already see that, you know, people here are really looking after them very nicely. Okay, so we walked past a sign and Bertie was telling me that it says here in Turkish that all the street animals are looked after by the neighborhood. They are all vaccinated, they are all well looked after with food and everything, and that some of them are old or disabled. But it's important to show this off to anybody visiting the neighborhood so that they don't, you know, just think that they are crazy wild animals roaming around, but they are actually part of the neighborhood and they are very well looked after. We just sat down for coffee and tea with Virtue, and the funny thing is one of the trams passed, and this cat was standing on the train tracks, and the tram actually stopped for the cat and allowed it to cross the street, which just shows, you know, like the mentality of the people in this neighborhood when it comes to the street animals, which I think is really cool. I just got back to my place after the walk with Virtue, and I'm so happy that I met her. She is such a lovely person, and you can see how passionate she is about the cats and the street animals here in Moda. Also, I still have a lot of cat food left, as you can see, so tomorrow I'll probably do another round and go feed some more cats. Anyways, the way that this neighborhood collectively looks after animals is one that I think that we can all learn from, because the way that they treat the street animals and the way that everybody is volunteering to look after them is something that is very unique to this neighborhood. So yeah, we can definitely take some inspiration from that. If you do ever visit Moda, definitely give some of the cats some head scratches and give them a nice treat, so they will definitely appreciate you for that. If you did enjoy this video, guys, I would suggest hitting the subscribe button, because I'm going to be doing more of this type of content in the future and I would love for you to join along. Anyways, thank you for watching this video and joining me on today, and I really hope to see you on the next adventure.